With only 4 game hours left, Lewis gives them a tour and shows them the wall with all the winners they saved, although the names are anonymous and they've lacking clients for a while. Lewis explains they charge 30% and Katie signs the contract after getting a part of that money for Noel. Afterward they see on the security cameras that a crowd is gathering outside, so Lewis decides it'll be safer to move Katie to a hidden underground fortress by using decoy vehicles. First the duo gets medical care for their wounds and Noel shares more about himself. He used to be a mercenary in the private sector with Lewis, and their unit got sent all around the world to kill horrible people. One day Noel discovered his victims weren't always bad guys and he quit in the middle of a job. This caused the mission to fail and only he and Lewis survived. Nowadays the money he makes goes to the families of his victims and teammates. In return, Katie shares that her dad used to be her manager and made her work all day long since she was 8. When she turned 18, she told him she wanted to manage her own money, so he disappeared with it. Katie had to take care of her sick mother who died a month ago and left her with only $600 and a bus ticket to LA. At that moment an employee brings a prosthetics machine. Katie puts her face inside and the machine applies a mask that makes her look like an old man. However, Noel is worried because moving Katie out doesn't make sense and this facility is too expensive to be maintained with only 30% of the old prizes, especially if they didn't have any clients lately. After Katie changes clothes to finish the disguise, Noel finally realizes Lewis is only pretending to protect the winners to kill them in secret. Lewis takes them to a car and Katie keeps requesting for Noel to come along, which Lewis turns down. Getting desperate, Katie kicks Lewis in the groin and Noel uses the distraction to open the garage door. Then he shoots all the guards with his darts as the crowd rushes in, but they don't recognize Katie and ignore her. Noel drags her out and gives her the keycard he stole from a guard, telling her to run while he buys some time. More guards appear and hold Noel down while Lewis kicks him for information. Suddenly all the AI-driven decoy cars take off with Katie hiding in one of them, so Lewis sends his people to follow them. Downtown, Katie gets her mask off and takes control of the car, so the change of route alerts Lewis' system. Meanwhile social media is going wild because the drone has lost Katie, so if she doesn't make any mistakes she'll be safe from pursuers until the end. This causes her to gain fans that see her as a hero. Moments later, Katie is about to leave town but gets a call from Noel, who tells her to turn around or he'll kill Noel. In fact he keeps stabbing him, yet Noel tells Katie to save herself. After some hesitation, Katie turns the car around and agrees to meet. Meanwhile Lewis takes Noel to an old theater and reveals that during their mercenary days, he always knew they were killing civilians. He never cared because it was easy money. Lewis admits he doesn't like to share and that's why he killed their team while making it look like it was Noel's fault. With only 15 minutes left, Katie gets a bolt gun from the glove compartment and rushes inside the theater, finding Lewis and Noel on the stage. She threatens to self-delete so nobody gets the money and Lewis doesn't believe her, so Katie points out he'll kill her anyway. She also shows him she's recording this for social media, that way he can't clean the fingerprints off the gun and say he did it. Katie starts ranting about the awful state of her life and almost pushes the trigger, however Lewis finally drops the handcuff keys and asks for a deal. Katie pretends she's about to give him the gun but kicks him off the stage instead, confirming she had been acting. With Lewis out, the other players immediately start coming after Katie again.